Creative thinking is the ability to think outside the box and take those ideas that you can conjure up in your mind and apply them to the classroom.
I believe critical thinking is taking a creative class like choir or band and combining it with a more intellectual class like math or science, and you get the full effect of them by combining them together.
You get a creative thinking education in choir because when we're listening to ourselves on a recording, we're not only criticizing ourselves, but we're also kind of throwing out ideas. You know, maybe it would sound better if we added staccato here. Let's try a little crescendo here. Maybe it would sound better.
In choir, we experience critical thinking in one main way, which is when we actually videotape ourselves singing. So then once we're finished with the recording, we can play it back and see what we did well on, and we can commend ourselves on that, and what we didn't do so well on, we can work on that, so when it comes to the time for the concert, we can be fully prepared and sound really great.
Being a creative thinker is really important in our future because, again, it takes new ideas, and that's how we progress as a nation, not just as a school. And if we take our fresh ideas out there into the world, I think we could do a lot of great things.
It's important to be a critical thinker because you can take what you learn from the choir classroom or the band classroom and apply it to other classes or different things in the world, because you can solve tough problems or you can figure out different ways to do things that might be easier or more efficient.
My favorite aspect of being in choir is just being in there and listening to all of our solos and listening to our music on a recording, because we're all like a family and it's just fun. It's really fun.
My favorite part is I love to sing. I've always wanted to be an entertainer. I enjoy singing. I sing almost every minute of the day. It's just fun for me to be in a classroom with my friends, and I get to sing songs I wouldn't normally get to sing, and I get to improve my voice as well. And so then, like, when I get into college and high school, I can further pursue my career.
I love this school. I've actually been at 2 middle schools, and Espero has focused so much more on critical and creative thinking than the other one. And choir is actually the hardest class I have, just to wrap my head around the whole idea and to get used to it. But it's also my most fun class, the one I enjoy the most.
Systems thinking is important. Our world is a system. Everything runs on a system of some sort. Nothing is static, meaning that it's always moving and always going in another direction. And the younger kids are that they understand that one thing might affect another thing, and that they don't look just in their own small world, that they can look outside and understand that their actions have effects to maybe people in other countries somewhere, or their kids or their grandchildren. Today my students were using behavior over time graphs and causal loop diagrams to show how when they have received a rubric score of something that they're not happy with, that they can use different strategies to try to close the gap between their current score and the goal that they would like to achieve. I used the cone activity to show them that they could use different strategies, additional practice on something simple rather than an area that they're struggling with, that they could try to close the gap between what they would like to get and what they are getting. System thinking gives students a more in-depth understanding of even common things. It takes their understanding level above and beyond what can be just taught with teaching curriculum. It gives them tools to use that they will have for the rest of their lives.